Hey everyone, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a story time video, and I'm going to be talking to you guys all about my first love. So when I was 15 years old, I lived just up the road from like a gas station that used to make like, you know, foods like subs and pizza and stuff like that. And it also had like a little gas station. So I used to go down there quite often. So one day I was down there and I can't remember like what the situation was, but I had gone in there and there was this guy that was working there and he was so cute to me, like, oh my god, so cute. And I'd gone in, I think, to pay for gas or something, and when I was out pumping gas, he came over the loudspeaker of the gas thing and he started talking to me. And I don't know, I had never, I mean, like, I had, you know, like school crushes and stuff, but this one was just different. I mean, I knew that he was older. I didn't know how old he was, but I just, it was like instant, you know, like instant. I knew that I had something there for him. So over the next few months, I would go to that store like a mad woman. I mean, I would come up with any excuse because I think at this point, I think I had my learner's permit. So I think I would just make like a quick run down to the store in my car and run back, you know, because I was so close by. But I would literally go down there just to buy like a 5-cent pack of gum. Like, this is when they used to have like those little, was it Wrigley's or whatever, like those little tiny packages of gum, you know, like 10 cents or something. I would run down there and I would just buy one of those just so I could have the chance to see him. And oh my god, when I would see him, like, he would light up and I would light up, and it was just like amazing. So fast forward a little bit, I turned 16, I get my license, so obviously I had even more reasons to go down there and just kill time. So I would go down there kind of close to the time that they might be closing, and I would just talk to him and, you know, get to know him a little bit. And I found out that he was 27 years old, or he had been 28 at that time. He was 28, I was 16, so there was an age difference there. But I was kind of bad, and I told him that I was 18. You know, looking back, I should have been truthful, but that's what love does to you, you know. One day when I was down there, he actually got some paper and he wrote down his name and his number, and I was so excited. And it's kind of funny because I was going through my stuff when I moved, like almost 2 years ago. I was going through stuff and I found an old wallet that I had, and in that wallet was that piece of paper with his name and number on it. And it just brings back like all those memories, you know. But it's just so funny because, all right, so I was 16 and I'm gonna be 31 this year, so 15 years that I've hung on to that and didn't even know it, but it's just too funny. So I can't remember exactly how it worked out, but we decided one day, I was hanging out with my best friend, and we decided that we would go and see him. And it was the first time that I'd be like seeing him, you know, like outside of his work. And so me and my best friend at the time, we went down to his house, and that was like the first time I met his parents and everything, and he was just so sweet. I found out a lot more about him. We hung out on his patio together and we just kind of chatted, and it was really nice. The next time that we hung out, I took him up to visit. At this time, my family had cows and stuff on a farm, and I took him up to like the farm, you know, just kind of show him cows and stuff, and he met my mom's boyfriend, and we hung out there for a little bit, and then we decided that we would leave and go back to his house. And so we get to his house, and one thing led to another, and that was actually my first time. He was my first, and it was just perfect, you know what I mean? Don't think I could ever have wished it any better. I will say though, something kind of embarrassing and funny happened. Like on his bedroom wall above his bed, he had like these swords, like samurai swords. I don't know what he had with them. I think he was like into that stuff. Beats me. So, you know, things are happening and there's like movement. And next thing I know, he gets hit in the head by one of these swords that falls and just conks him around the head. You know, thankfully it's in like a holder thing, but you know, it was pretty heavy and it hits him right on the head. So that was hilarious. You know, it's one of those moments where you're trying not to bust out laughing because it's totally not appropriate. It's not the time, but you can't help it. Afterwards, the place that he was working at was going to be bought out. It was going to be sold. So he quit that job and he ended up getting a job working at a Chinese restaurant that was fairly local and that I used to go to all the time. So I would see him there and, you know, it was just like we always just had this connection. I can't even explain it. But, you know, I would see him there and we would still have, you know, our contact every now and then. He had his own life going on. He had kids and stuff. So, you know, things just kind of started to fizzle out. So I haven't seen him now in probably, I want to say it's been 10 years? 10 years? Yeah, it's probably been maybe even more. It's been a long time. But just thinking about him still melts my heart. I'm trying to think how I can describe what he looked like. If any of you are familiar with the band Green Day, and the lead singer, Billie Joe Armstrong, picture Billie Joe Armstrong, a little bit taller, maybe a little bit thinner, and longer brown hair. That is my first love. So yeah, that's pretty much my story about my first love. That's how we met. And I don't know, to this day, I still have never met anybody that gives me those like butterflies and just that, I don't even know how to explain it, but I have never met anyone else yet that has given me that kind of feeling like he did. And it's kind of sad that we lost touch and everything, but realistically, you know, he was like in one part of his life and I was in one part of mine, and you know, things happen for a reason. I'm glad that he was like my first and everything, and you know, who knows? Who knows? Maybe someday I'll actually see him again. His parents actually don't live that far at all from where I live. So, you know, it's very possible to run into him again someday, and I would be over the moon if I did. Alright guys, so that finishes up this story time. I hope you enjoyed it. In the comments down below, let me know the story of your first love. As always, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that notification bell, that way you're notified when I do an upload. Alright guys, until my next video, I will see you later. Bye.